Metaland and the Mystery of Stolen Dreams. Once upon a time, there was an enchanted village called Metaland, enveloped in a magical light and inhabited by fantastic creatures and animated objects. The street sparkled with gemstones embedded in the ground, and talking trees whispered ancient secrets. In this extraordinary place, a secret even more powerful than the mightiest of spells, called the blockchain, hid within the folds of time. This extraordinary magic held the power to protect precious treasures and wondrous experiences of all the inhabitants, uniting the magical elements of the village in a unique and potent enchantment. In the heart of Metaland, the village came to life in its magical square. Carved stone buildings and blooming gardens surrounded the vast area, illuminated by warm and enveloping light. The square was the pulsating center of the village, a place where the inhabitants gathered to share their wonders and joys. But one day, a dark shadow loomed over the enchanted walls of Metaland. It was Hackerino, a wicked rogue who arrived in the village with a sinister smile on his face. His eyes gleamed with malice as he surveyed the precious treasures of the inhabitants and the experiences they held dear in their hearts. The streets that were once filled with laughter and games now became filled with apprehension and concern. The inhabitants of Metaland were shaken by Hackerino's threat. Their treasures, representing the most beautiful moments of their lives, were at risk of being stolen and erased forever. But courage was not a stranger to Metaland. A young adventurer named Cubix stood up, determined to protect the village and its inhabitants. He gathered all the inhabitants in the magical square and looked at them with resolute eyes. "My friends," said Cubix in a firm voice, "we can't let Hackerino steal our treasures and erase our experiences. But I've discovered an amazing power that can help us in this battle, the blockchain." The inhabitants of Metaland looked at each other with curiosity and hope. Cubix explained to them the magic of the blockchain, how it worked like a magical book where everyone's treasures and experiences could be written and protected forever. He explained to them that whenever someone added a treasure or experience to the book, everyone in the village could see it, and no one could erase or steal it. Cubix and the Metalandians, inspired by their dedication to protecting the village, would transform magical objects into real miners. These miners were fantastic creatures who solved magic formulas and created blocks in the blockchain. Their job was to make sure the treasures and experiences were safe and inaccessible to villains like Hackerino. Calling all the friends of Metaland around him, Cubix shared the magic of the blockchain and its power to protect the treasures and experiences of the realm. It was a moment of great enthusiasm and hope, but also an awareness that the danger of Hackerino still loomed. Just at that moment, an agile and daring figure made its way through the crowd. It was Mexa, the young adventurer whom everyone had heard about. She carried with her the reputation of a treasure seeker and her passion for exploring new worlds. Mexa approached Cubix and proposed joining forces to defeat Hackerino and protect Metaland once and for all. With her knowledge of magic and her skill in using technology, she knew she could contribute significantly to this crucial mission. Cubix enthusiastically accepted Mexa's help, recognizing her determination and the energy she brought with her. Thus, a powerful alliance was formed between Cubix, Mexa, and the rest of the inhabitants of Metaland, all determined to defeat Hackerino and preserve the realm they loved. They began working together to develop innovative strategies using the blockchain. Mexa brought her expertise in using virtual games and new interactive technologies, while Cubix shared his knowledge of magical creatures and their connection to the blockchain. Through their collaboration, Cubix, Mexa, and the inhabitants of Metaland managed to create a network of virtual games on the blockchain. This allowed them to exchange experiences, dreams, and memories in a completely new way. Every time a Metaland inhabitant completed a challenge or achieved a goal, the blockchain recorded and safeguarded that unique moment forever. One day, as they ventured through the streets of Metaland, Mexa and Cubix experienced the incredible power of the blockchain. They found an enchanted tavern where Metaland inhabitants could exchange valuable virtual games using Bitcoin as magical currency. Mexa admired the astonishing transactions happening on the blockchain, seeing how virtual treasures could be shared and securely protected. The network of virtual games on the blockchain proved to be crucial for the realm of Metaland. Not only did it offer an engaging and fun gaming experience for the inhabitants, but it also preserved their most beautiful experiences and precious treasures in a safe and immutable way. But their true task still lay ahead of them. They had to traverse an enchanted forest to reach Hackerino's hideout. The forest was populated by magical creatures and cunning traps, but thanks to their cunning and trust in the blockchain, Mexa and Cubix overcame every obstacle. Arriving in the presence of Hackerino, Mexa engaged in a magical battle against the evil rogue. She used her treasure-seeking abilities and her special spells to defend the blockchain and protect Metaland's treasures. While Hackerino attempted to erase the dreams and experiences of the inhabitants, Mexa repelled him with a powerful magical barrier, harnessing the immutable power of the blockchain. Finally, Hackerino was defeated, and the light shone brightly upon Metaland. The inhabitants celebrated the victory and acknowledged the heroism of Mexa and Cubix, the defenders of the blockchain and Metaland's precious treasures. From that day forward, Metaland became an even safer and prosperous place. The blockchain and Bitcoin continued to be used to preserve and share the dreams of the inhabitants, ensuring that the most beautiful experiences never went lost. Mexa and Cubix remained celebrated heroes in the history of Metaland, symbols of courage and trust in the magic of the blockchain. Together, they continued to explore new worlds, protecting treasures and adventures, guided by the immortal power of the blockchain. The story of Metaland, Cubix, Mexa, and all the brave inhabitants who defended their realm with the blockchain spread throughout the world. Metaland became a symbol of hope and innovation, demonstrating that magic and technology could unite to create a better future.